Hello, hello, hello! Welcome to the stream, starting a bit late. Got some stuff going on. We're here and I'm gonna make something. I don't know what yet. Wait for people to cycle in before we decide what we're gonna make. I think I'll turn on my 3D modeling screen. Still have Chaos open from when I was working on it. Those little tiny bumps on his head. Really had fun sculpting these waves. I kind of want to do something like that. What's up, Peachy Sonic? You were just watching one of my streams? Well, thank you very much for watching it. Have you seen this one yet? The Perfect Chaos? Welcome, Ken de Guzman. How goes it? Welcome, Whimsy. Thank you for the kind words. It's a blast to have you here. I don't know what I'm making today, but everything's live on the Etsy. We've got restocks of Shadow Lancelot. We have our first sale of Valiant Tales. We have just a few things that I'm throwing on the printer, little things that I also some things that we just have laying around. So if you're interested in any of those are up on the Etsy. Looks like I'm back to the normal program. You mean Maya as opposed to ZBrush? What's up, fandom? That's funny. Fandom went from number 2 to number 1 in between those two messages. I do not know how these community chat things work. What up, Foo yourself? Goes it? Welcome, Sonic Guy. I know you know my name, LOL, Hoova. What? I know you're both Fandom and Hoovaloo, yeah. If you didn't understand what I was saying was you were number 2 in the first message, and then went to number 1 in the next one. That's what I was talking about. Trying to think of what to make today. I don't know what I feel like. I have a couple ideas. I have an idea of one that I'm not super passionate about, that I think would sell well. And it's kind of a... what's the word? Kind of surprised nobody else has made it, because I think it is like the one to make. I think tons of people would join to get it. Buy. As usual, I'm a little bit flustered on my words. We didn't plan to go out last night, but as you guys saw in the Discord, we ended up at Turtle Races. We're gonna go to our local bar like usual, and then a couple friends texted, said they have friends in town. And so we had a big games going on. We played Deception last night with a bunch of people, and then we ended up at those turtle races. The turtle races were so cool. It was another bar slash restaurant, and they have a giant table. If you guys saw the picture of the turtle races, that giant table actually is on 2 rails, and they lift it up to get it out of the way during the day, and then at the end of Friday nights, it comes down and they do the turtle races. I don't think there is anything night related left to make, is there? Well, I guess same with Valiant Tales. I could do like a Amy's version or something. But I was saying, I'm my usual tired, but I'm also getting sick, y'all. Definitely. Have I seen the Crossworld / Blitz leaks? I haven't seen the Blitz leaks, but the Crossworld ones, yeah, I'm not crazy excited about. I like to just have, like, there's so much in Sonic that you like, what's that, Hatsuke, I don't know her name, the anime girl, like some other Sega stuff, SpongeBob stuff. They're cool. I like SpongeBob, but I like it in its own game. I would rather Sonic Crossworlds just be Sonic. Like, I didn't like Angry Birds being in Speed Battle. So like, I just like my franchises, unless it's something specific like Super Smash Bros. Where it brings a bunch of franchises together. But I'm still looking forward to Cross Worlds. I think they gave a release date for at least PlayStation, which was September something, right? I think I saw that. Unless I was just wrong, whatever I saw. Nice, PG Sonic. How are you enjoying it? Yeah, I've casually kept an eye out, but yeah, of course, they're all sold out. I also don't have time to play, but I'm definitely looking forward to playing Mario Kart World. Blitz is bringing back a ton of obscure Sonic titles like Tails. Tails has his own villains, huh? Interesting. Let's see. Oh yeah, speaking of... Oh yeah, somebody asked, am I going to make variants for Valiant Tails? What do you mean by variants? Do you mean like variants on my Etsy page? Like if you're asking how Shadow Lancelot, I had the hand attached to it? Is that what you mean? In that case, no, because the sword is not attached. This one, the design was easier to make it as a separate hand. But yeah, everything's up on the Etsy page if anybody wants Valiant Tales or a restock of Shadow Lancelot. I put them up along with some other things that I had around or currently have printing. I got the first Chaos 2s going out yesterday. And if anybody has not seen my Perfect Chaos, go to show it on the screen. Everybody's really excited about this, and everybody's asking about this. This will be coming soon. I already sold a couple to shipments that were already going out, so I'll be getting more of those printed soon. The variant of Mephiles from Speed Battle. Oh, is that Oni Mephiles? That could be cool. How much is Perfect Chaos? 50. A little bit cheaper than the Chaos 2 because it's I mean, Perfect Chaos is way cooler than Chaos 2 in my opinion. But except Chaos 2 is bigger and requires more prints. Oh, like more color palettes for the tails like Shadow has too. Well, wouldn't that just be painting it? Oh, you're asking, am I going to paint them in variants? Probably not. I like to just make the one thing and then go from there. I guess I made the... Oh no, Dragon Hunter is a totally separate one. It's not just a repaint, I guess. Oh yeah, September 23 and 20... Oh, 23 early and regular 25. Gotcha. Cool. Oh, what do you guys feel like remaking? What do I feel like? That's the key. What would entertain you that I'd also be interested in? I have a fun idea for something that I'm not sure I'm ready for yet. I don't want to do it today. Something advanced related? Let's see. I'll tell you what I want to make, but I'm not inspired to do it. I think it would just be a really good product that everybody would want. Is a full size. Could just say it, but I'm looking for them. Y'all might already know what I'm talking about. I can't believe that I can't find him. Must have taken him upstairs. I think I'm making a full-size Charmy. What do you guys think? That be something you're interested in, making it out of like a classic Sonic? I bought a classic Sonic to try to see if it was the right proportions. If I do Charmy today, I want to find my figure just for inspiration, for fun. So let me just take a minute to go find that. Where are you, Charmy? Here he is. Take this little Charmy, use him as inspiration for making a full-size one. I'll need your guys' help because I don't see details the way you guys do. Why don't you guys help me figure out how tall he should be at the 4-inch scale? Let's grab Vector and SBO. We'll try to nail down exactly how big he should be. Ultimately, I'm just going to make him work with Sonic arms from a 2.5-inch Sonic, or well, it may need to just be a classic, depending on how big it is. So if Charmy was the right size for these, somebody help me find exactly how tall he would be. Like if this is 4-inch, how tall should Charmy be? Somebody help me with that while I go get the Sonic that I bought to see if that'll fit. If I could repurpose those arms and legs. Oh, she's exactly Cream's height? That's handy. Is that right? Yeah, okay, that's great. If we know she's is Charmy a boy or a girl? Boy, right? If he is exactly... You just said she, though, right? Oh, no, you said he's Cream height. Okay, well, that could be easy to just know the exact size. That's great. Okay, let me go upstairs and grab that Sonic that I bought, and then I can start to compare the limb sizes to this one. I'm glad we have this, because then I could look at the length of the limbs and thickness and things. Be right back. Yeah, so I bought this classic Sonic, wondering if it might be the right thickness for the legs. It's probably going to be too thick if I compare this to Cream. Let me pull the figure out. I chose the worst time to make Charmy. What happened? I missed a lot of chat. Yeah, I think these limbs are going to be too thick. Got kind of... His proportions for his legs are pretty short, too. Let me actually catch up on chat. Dan says, I swear if Jax makes you Charmy this year, after this I'm gonna die. Yes, it'll be like we summoned him. Oh. I just pulled a muscle in my chest. Dang. I was running around a bunch. We went to an event in the park, and then they were giving away free Frisbees. Just some random financial banking something booth was giving away Frisbees, so Bailey and I were playing Frisbee in the park. So, a little sore. Let's see. Anyway, who's making... Don't die, don't die, Hoover, that could kill you. Oh, Sonic Guy, Tito is making Sir Lamorak. Yeah, I really wanted to make Sir Lamorak, but like months ago we coordinated and I wasn't gonna step on that because he wanted to. Let's see. Yeah, that'd be cool if General gets his own car. I wonder what it would look like. Make myself into a Jack's 4-inch figure, a mini steak. Yeah, send me that, fandom. Oh, wait, check it out. These legs are really short. That'll be perfect, because look at the proportions on this Charmy. The black is kind of hard to see, but... You know, I think this might actually be perfect. Question is, do I make this from scratch or not? I think this would be a fun one to just make from scratch. I don't know if I could articulate the wings, though. Guys, I think I like this figure for Charmy. I mean, if you compare the legs, it's gonna have thick legs compared to Cream. But... let's see. I would definitely fully replace the body. Guys, I think I like this as a base. Even though the legs might be a little thick, I think it's a good choice. Hey, I see somebody saying birthday boy. YVZ must be here. Yes, there's YVZ. Welcome. Happy birthday. The bee charm on his jacket's gonna be tough. Oh my god, yeah. To paint that might be really tough. It'll come out in the 3D print. I kind of don't like these arms, how they're bent like this, but kind of seems Charmy style to be like cartoony and the bent arms. I am making a full-size Charmy kit today. I wasn't sure what I wanted to make. In fact, maybe I'll change the title of the stream now that I've decided. Let's see. Content. Live. Yeah, let's go ahead and change the name of this stream now that I have decided on it. Making to scale Charmy figure. It's got a totally different icon than what the title is, but that's okay. Oh yeah, I could reshape them using hot water. I wouldn't want my customers to have to do that, though. But that's something they can do if they want, I suppose. Oh yeah! A wash could get in there pretty... Excuse me, sorry. Alright, let's see how easy this is going to be to take apart. I like to start with the neck. And that gives me a little spot to get in there. Start taking apart the harder plastic. Ouch. Always be careful. You guys can't even see what I'm doing. I'm too zoomed in. Why's my camera so zoomed in? There we go. Let's see a little bit more now. Oh, how tall should Vector be? In that case. Yeah, black wash could be good for getting those details for sure. What character will I main in Sonic Crossworlds? I guess I would just start with hopefully Chaos or Chaos or Big would be fun to start with, but I'd have to figure out what gameplay I like, what settings. When I play Mario Kart, I tend to play heavier characters with high speed and low acceleration. That's because I know Mario Kart really well. As I'm learning Crossworlds, I might start with somebody with more acceleration. You know, because that's more of the, not beginner, but like once you know the courses and you're not running into walls as much, then you can transition to something with a higher speed, you know, and less acceleration. So I'll probably start with something high acceleration, and I would hope that would be Chaos, and then hopefully Big has fun gameplay. And I'm kind of applying Mario Kart rules to it. I don't know if Sonic Crossworlds will do it differently, but that's my initial thoughts about who I'll play. Welcome, Ninetail64. 6 to 8 inches would be Vector's real size. Holy cow. Hey, what's up, Howell Plays? Good to see you. I'm doing well. I'm very excited. I've been waiting forever for a KBBQ place to open, and we have reservations at 9. Their reservations are so packed up. I had to get this weeks ago, and only what was available was late night. So I have a late night dinner of all you can eat. Cook it yourself. Korean barbecue. It's gonna be so good. Let's get this apart. Had on all you can eat Brazilian barbecue on Thursday night. Thursday was a long night out. So it's been it's gonna be a busy 4 days for this weekend. Because then I got a painting day event on Sunday. Hey, if anybody is in the chat who commissioned me to make the painted rouge, I can't find your message anywhere. It's been buried in all of the Chaos 2 talk, and I will be working on that tomorrow. So if you happen to be in the chat, please message me, because I did not write down who it was that was talking to me about that, and I'm so sorry. I've been so busy. The pegs on the Chaos 2s were so hard to get perfectly right. So it's been a bit of a mess, but we're finally done perfecting it, and I got the first ones out. Oh, awesome. Gail Aquino is currently painting my Lancelot kit while watching the stream. Awesome. Glad you're enjoying it. Am I going to make a new body for Charmy? Yeah, if I can ever take this one apart to measure the arms. Because I don't know if you can see in here, I've started exposing the arms. I don't want to break the arms though, so I'm trying to just tear away that plastic. Normally I would heat this up, but I'm on stream right now. I didn't want to leave the stream and go upstairs to try to get this plastic to go soft. Once I get this one arm out, then I can start peeling it open more. I'll be in good shape. What's up, Malamations? Welcome. Get a screwdriver, yeah. Will Perfect Chaos be bigger? No, Perfect Chaos is pretty small. Because to print it all as one piece with the arms and everything. Oh, I did separate pieces. It's I did the mouth separate for the teeth, but the rest is all one piece. And I could make it slightly bigger if I separated the arms, which is totally possible, but it wouldn't make it that much bigger. And then to make it any bigger than that, I have to cut apart multiple pieces of it, and it's gonna look real bad unless I like weld it together with resin. I mean, weld it, you know, like almost use the resin as a glue and fill in those gaps, and that's gonna be real messy. Definitely not a good product. So if I do make Perfect Chaos bigger, it's gonna have to be an FDM print that I make a mold of. And I think that would make a really interesting video, so that may be in the cards. I saw one before, and at the time I didn't know who had made it, and then I haven't seen pictures of it since. Careful. I am almost there. I can see the pieces. Chipping away at it. Somebody said grab a screwdriver. I should. That hurt a lot. No puncture. Just really, really hurt. Ouch! That smarts. Where did the piece even go? See it. Yeah, kids, don't mess around with sharp things. Be careful. Let's be smart and just try to get a screwdriver in there. I'll be right back. Alright, I also found some pliers. Strange custom made Super Egg robot from Sonic Advance, huh? Yeah, Mally. Thank you for the kind words. Oh shit, 8 inches. Let's see. Trying to think, how big could I make mine if I did my resin rotocast mold? See, if I wanted to drop, say, $200 to $300 on mold making materials. for about $300, I can make it this big. I'd only do that if it would make a really good watchable video, though. Oh, you don't have to. Appreciate that, though. Goodness, why is this so hard? Whoa! Holy cow, this thing is just so put together. You know, one of the problems I'm having with Zavik is like the print quality just at the top of the hand. I already sold one to Hoovaloo and he liked it. I know you've been waiting for one, YBZ. DM me, we can sort it out. Because I've been offering them along, like as a custom order in my copy-paste message. And for the Chaos 2s, just to save on shipping, because shipping's already going to be a little bit of a bigger box for the Chaos 2s. So I've been offering it. So I guess technically it is on sale if you want to DM me, YBZ. And I already sold one to Hoovaloo, in fact. Yeah, shoot me a DM and we'll work it out. Just like I said, it's just it just needs a good amount of sanding on the top of the hand. It's not too bad. So, but I mean, you're an advanced customs maker, so that's going to be no problem for you. I just like to give the disclaimer. You can ask Hoovaloo. Well, I would say ask Hoovaloo, but he always says very nice things. So, not saying you're not honest, but you'll say nice things about it probably better than it is, Hoovaloo. I felt bad for Hoovaloo because I had two separate different colors of red, and I thought it was no problem because my intention was to paint it. Then when I realized you didn't paint the whole body, I felt really bad that I sent you one that had two separate colors. So again, sorry about that, fandom. Oh no, I can be real. There we go, this is coming apart a bit better now that I got one arm out. You know, I didn't want to go up and heat this up on stream because it would take too long, but for how long this has taken me, I might as well have just said, hey guys, I'll be right back, and come back down for it. Screwdriver here. Hey, welcome Chaos Cola. Yeah, good to see you here. I do have pliers. That's what just made it fly off, because I was trying to do like the opposite. I was trying to make the pliers widen it. And a bit wild of a reaction when it shot off. This flathead in here, hopefully that'll... Yeah, something's moving, something cracked. This is unreasonably stuck together. There we go, finally. Finally got it open. That was a struggle. Probably not very entertaining to watch. Hey, here's a question. Do you think they have specific sides for the left and right arms? I always try to keep them right, but when I do mix them up, they look so identical. It's hard for me to tell. This is left and this is right. Yeah, these... They are angled in. But if I were to just look at these... Oh no, left and right. Yeah, okay. There is a slight difference between them. But the arms, no. Oh, okay. I'm going to put a little mark on one of these just so I know it's the left side. I'm going to put like a divot into the bottom of the foot to remember that it's the left foot. Yeah, so now I can know this is left. And what is this? This is also the left, so I'm just marking the lefts. That's how I'll remember. Alright, so after much struggle, I now have the arms out of it. I think these will work great for full-size Charmy. So I was thinking making this fully from scratch, but I'm not crazy passionate about it, so I think I will start from a 3D model. Let's clean up my area a little bit. And let's see if I have any 3D scans of Cream so I can get her height. And I will get it so you guys can see the screen that I'm working on. Metal Sonic's being re-released, meaning you can make the Infinite... no, actually, I mean, yes. I'm not saying no that he's not being re-released. I don't need it now because Hoovaloo hooked me up. But thank you very much for that. So now, it's totally on me that I haven't done the Infinite photo shoot. Oh, is that what happened? Did I trade you a Zavik for that? Yeah, that's right. Guys, I've already lost one of the legs here. Just never mind. It's behind the keyboard. Yeah, thank you for letting me know. Yeah, I'm good. Alright, first of all, let me see if I have a 3D scan of Cream so I can get the proportions real quick. Looks like I don't. So you know what? I think I'll 3D scan her right now. Let's go ahead and get set up for that. There was something else I wanted to 3D scan too. Maybe I should just do it while I have it out. So for those of you who don't know, this is my 3D scanner. Not very good. Kind of just gets me in the ballpark for things. A lot of people ask for 3D scans of like pegs and stuff, and it's not even close to accurate enough to be able to do that. I may have taken that upstairs for the photo shoot. Oh, here it is. Going. Wires for it. Hey, what's up, Wake Angel? It is sci-fi sounding. This one's just a piece of crap. It works well on certain things, but not others. The hardest part is like when it fails hard, and you have to like press a bunch of buttons to start over. Takes some work. All right. Gonna load or what? Oh shoot, I forgot about your vanilla head. Sorry. Pretty busy. And as I mentioned, I'm actually really feeling sick today. Should be preserving my voice. I feel definitely heat. Not necessarily a fever. Well, maybe a fever. Who knows? But I'll see if I can find some time. Let's see, so I think I just do this. Yeah, just put some folder. Let's get cream. So you're probably gonna notice we're not gonna get a lot of good detail of the ears at all. Probably all gonna be kind of a mushy shape in there. But let's see how it goes. You can press play button on here. Watch. It gets more and more of the information. I'm not even pointing at it properly. Okay, it looks like we're getting some fair data. This is at least really good for reference of proportions. We'll be able to get exactly the height we want at least. Okay, this might be the best we're gonna get. Just let it go around one more time to lock in that detail better. Alright, I think I'm happy with that. Let's stop. And it's gonna load for a second. Predator vision, yeah. Yeah, so you can see anywhere where there were shadows, it didn't do a good job. I also didn't kind of go under the model. This whole part is probably going to just be filled in, but we don't even care. This might end up fairly round, we'll see. Let's go ahead and hit stop. Say complete. And then we fuse the point cloud, I don't know what that means. Alright, so it cleaned it up a little bit. It still thinks that this is part of the scan, but that's okay. I thought there were supposed to be ways that you can, like, say don't use this at all, but I've never found any of those tools, and I just delete them in Maya. That actually did a fairly good job. Look at that, you can see some details of the eyes and stuff. I mean, it's a fairly good job for this machine. There's way better 3D scanners than this. But yeah, that's not bad for this. Oh no. I meant to fill it in, but this is fine. We're just using it for reference. So what's stupid about this program is if you don't think ahead and press the fill it in button, it's gonna leave it with like all these messed up faces, which wouldn't be good if I was trying to build something with it. But since I'm just using it for reference, this is gonna be enough. So I will export it. Green. And just while I have the scanner running, I want to scan my Fox McCloud figure because I bought this thing's super expensive. So I found a busted one for really cheap. I'm just gonna 3D print a new tail for it. So bear with me while I scan this, just because it's kind of a hassle to set this up. So might as well get another scan in while I'm working on it. I want to do a Smash Brothers stop motion, and I want to do a stop motion of like Mario getting the star, Mario getting the shine, like all the winning animations. And that includes like I want to make the Star Fox one where they're kind of like looking around and stuff, you know. Oops. Start. Scan. Oh, the pants are too dark. Dang. Changing the lighting will really hurt things here, but... Okay. I'm gonna have to boost the infrared lighting. There we go, much better. It seems like it's actually captured that gap in the tail too, which should be really nice. Yeah, I know the Black Doom stop motion video can get a lot of views, but I still find myself wanting to do more stop motion. Alright, so this totally failed. Let's restart. Just restart with these settings. Oh, dang it. It reset. See, this program is really frustrating. Again, hit OK, because it reset my brightness level, so it's not picking up the pants now. Now we hit play. Yeah, it's getting that gap really good. Because then that'll help inform really closely how I need to make a 3D model for it. So. Again, I really only needed that tail, but it could be nice to have a full scan of the whole body. Sorry, I'm not reading any of the chat right now. I'm really focusing on making sure the scan doesn't screw up. Higher. Spots on top of the head. And I think I'm gonna stop there, just because I got what I want. And the more I do it, the more it's gonna get confused. I have the whole Star Fox team now. Pretty stoked about that. Even though the Fox one's a little beat up, but there's no way I was gonna pay the full price for, like, I don't even remember what the higher end prices I could find for it new. Ooh, what kind of stop motion are you doing, Chaos Cola? SCR HD robot from Zero Gravity. Do you think it's feasible to make one of those that can do the wheel transformation? Let's see what that looks like. A Master Hand battle, but Master Hand is your hand? Yeah. I could put like a white glove on, like, and green screen my wrist out. Be way cool, actually. I may take that idea. I remember to give you credit. Who said that? Was it Pichu? Yeah, Pichu Sonic said that. Okay, if I ever do that, I'll try to remember to shout you out for the idea. Turntable back in here. Whoa, what? I can just have it, Wake Angel? You want to trade for something? You want to trade for a custom part? You communicate primarily through email, right, Wake Angel? I'll shoot you an email and we can work that out. If I remember correctly, your email is just in your videos, right? Ah, that's funny. The lineage of Sparkle Wolf to Wake Angel to me. Yeah, I'll shoot you an email. That'd be awesome, and I'll figure out something to send you in return. That's funny. Yeah, I would rather have a real tail than the 3D printed one, just because I'm not good at matching paints, especially browns and kind of like the orange fur texture he has. Yeah, so I want to make a stop motion, just a simple stop motion of them doing the standing, where they're like looking at the 64 that can move by, and then they do like their little animations and stuff. But they can't move their heads up and down, so I was thinking of, you know, doing the animation just left and right, but then taking shots of them like at different angles, so that I could Photoshop in a head raise and a head lower, and Photoshop it in to do that stop motion. Yeah, that's awesome news. Thank you. So here's the fill holes thing that I wanted, and it didn't do it before. But it looks like it's the default setting, so that's weird. But it probably doesn't matter, because Wake Angel kindly helped me out with this. And Sparkle Wolf, for that matter. Look at that. See how the scan messed up and thought the arm was over here? This is not a great scanner, but it gets me usable reference, at least. Not what I didn't want to export a PLY, I wanted a OBJ. Okay, thank you, fandom, I appreciate it. Alright, enough 3D scanning. Let me look at Charmy. I think I'll let you guys decide, because he is relatively simple to make, but, you know, getting proportions just right can be a little tough. Do you guys prefer... I know I feel more attached to a 3D model when I make it wholly myself, but do you guys have a preference as viewers? Would you rather me work on smoothing the existing model or building it from scratch? I'll give everybody a minute to answer in the chat, and we'll go with whatever the majority says. The thing that makes me not really want to make this custom is just because I'm not like super passionate about Charmy like I am about some other characters. So I'm less inclined to make it from scratch, but he could be easy to make from scratch. We got one vote. We got one vote for either way. One for Forces model, one for scratch. I think I'm leaning toward using the Forces model. I think that'll be economical to do so. Yeah, I can't imagine a model more recent than that. Let's see. Models, resource, Charmy. Sonic Generations would be way before that, so yeah, Sonic Forces would look like the best option. Yeah, we'll just do that. We'll just start with the Forces model. Is this fandom's favorite song, or is it one that fandom, or no, fandom, YBZ? Is it one that YBZ likes or does not like? I can't remember. Oh, that's a pretty good 3D model. It's nice and smooth looking already. Joints here. Let's see, what did they do on this toy? Looks like I'll just entirely delete the eyelids. Alright, good. YBZ does like this song. Happy birthday song. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is good. there's still work to do even with these models. You know how it goes. These parts, I wish that I could print. I wish I found like a print material that was like a rubber kind of thing, so that these wouldn't break easily. Maybe I'll make them separate pieces and then include extras in a kit in case yours breaks. You have an extra chance. All right, let's delete all by type. History. Delete our joints. Delete our eyelids. Wow, I don't even really need to sculpt this, do I? That's nice. Ooh, there's some messiness in there. Yeah, so there's gonna be cleanup. These aren't separating, huh? I'm gonna try something. You know, usually I go in and I really mess with the vertices and stuff. Let's try something. Let's duplicate all of this. This original, and then I'm just gonna be really messy with this and just see how it goes. Oh, this is interesting. Interesting. It still thinks this is a whole object? No, it doesn't. It just made it a group for some reason. Weird. Alright, so I am going to go back and I'm going to smooth these. Ooh, I like the polygonal shapes here, though. Okay, these can stay separate, but let's just see if we can use ZBrush to just really much more quickly make this a good shape. I feel like I spend so much time noodling in fixing these game models when maybe it's not necessary. How am I going to do the wings? I don't know. Don't know. Maybe I know. They could be transparent. Are they transparent in the game? Let's see. I just bought some clear transparent resin.
I sure do love spending time with you. Could you talk a little?
They are kind of transparent, but like super transparent. Man, where are you? They kind of just make them. They could be transparent. Yeah, they're definitely transparent there. What happened? I messed up my screen. And your chat just appeared. It closed all the or it hit all the windows. Hinges are the bane of my existence. I'm wondering if there are any model kit parts that could work for this. Yeah, I'll definitely be making the wings a separate piece when it's printed. It's just the question of how will I make a good joint without it wearing out. Now I'll have to think about that. For now, let's see if this works. So I'm going to combine these. And this is really bad geometry. It's just a game model smoothed out. Let's see if I can take that and remesh it in ZBrush and just not have to do any of that crazy cleanup that you usually see me do. Yeah, is there some consistency maybe, Wake Angel? Or some inconsistency, is what I mean. Hey, good song to come on right now. Exporting right now to ZBrush. Charmy head test. To human scale. Organized docs. Maya. Sonic. Exports. ZBrush. Army head test. Looks like it might be nice and dynameshable. It's going to take some cleanup, but check this out. Geometry. Dynamesh at highest resolution. Kind of smooth out all those little spots. Yeah, guys, this is gonna work. Let's get my sculpting glove on. This is gonna be way faster if I start doing this in my workflow. See how I'm going in there where it was ugly before? I'm just giving it a smooth. It's not really affecting the shape, it's just affecting those little issues on the surface. And I wonder how much of this would even come out in the print anyway. Like, it looks a bit lumpy here, but I mean, we're looking at something that's going to be this big, right? What's a Sonic 2 and Hypersonic? Welcome, Reed's Guitar. Trying not to get any of the sharp corners that I need. Yeah, this is working, I think. Like I said, it's still a bit lumpy from all those artifacts, but this might be a better way to convert game models into 3D print ready parts. Because not only did, all that work that I used to do where I would like just really clean up the game model, not only that, that was kind of like wasted work and it was boring, But this, we can just get going faster. I wonder if that's how other people do it. I just end up noodling too much. So the question is, did this make it a single object by dynameshing it? Because I look here, like there's no way to see inside of it as far as I know. Let's go ahead and export this and see what happens. I want to make sure the 3D program, the slicer program will pick it up properly. The rouge method for his legs? I don't think that applies here. Where's my Charmy? Where did Charmy go? There you go. Because his legs are so short. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, because technically if he did have a leg pivot, I don't think I would. I think I just keep his legs... Oh no, he already has a bend in his leg. Oh, I see what you're saying. Because once I get these feet on... I don't think so. Because if you look at the shape of where the leg is here, it would have to be the shoe fitting on here. And then... You're talking about replacing the joint, right? I don't think I would since this leg is so short. Ooh, that'd be awesome to see, Pichu. see Hoovaloo's idea for the wing. Link. I think I see you sent a model too. Thank you. I did not see that. Wings with holes in them. And then, yeah, the problem is, like, I think you're saying it would fit in with friction. These would kind of be little pegs, right? So these would be holes, and then are these pegs in the back? Oh, here we go. Rules. Something hold the wings up and movable. What's this word? No, there is a notable difference in the thickness. I don't know if you can see it well on camera. I have to pull it back so it's in shadow right now, but let me make my screen big for you. Oh, tubes, pegs. Oh, and they would just sit on the pegs, you're thinking, huh? That might be a little fragile, but maybe. Yeah, you can see there's definitely more thickness to the classic Sonic legs. Is this a hard one to find, by the way? I don't know. I imagine maybe it would work with a lot of classic Sonics, but I don't really pay attention to the classic ones, so I don't know if... I want to make sure it's an easy one to find for people, too. Oh, it's too common. Okay. Yeah, it's funny because I realized since I don't really even look for classic, I don't really notice if it's there a lot or not. This one in particular is the one from the Fang wave. And Bailey Source, if you are listening, I could use some hydration, please, without going up there. But you know what? I'm going to get some cough drops too, so I am going to actually run up there myself and get some water. I'll be right back. Alright. Bear with me, I'll grab a cough drop. Like I said, I'm not feeling well. I hope I'll be able to sing for my audition. Yeah, maybe I'll help the peg warmer crisis. Well, that's the idea for the Heroes Rouge, which I still need to put on sale, is that it uses the Walmart Sonic specifically. And it might work with other ones too, but definitely get that really common one from Walmart. Alright, so I've saved this file. I'm going to decimate it. See if this works. I'm going to throw it in the slicer and see if it gives me any complaints. We could, if these legs though, if these get any shorter, it might be too short. Because honestly, if you look at the 2.5 inch version, like this knee will almost act more like an ankle, and therefore be a bit shorter. We'll see. Alright, so for those of you who don't know what decimating is, now you look at this, see all the geometry is all messy? Because it took everything, it was like, ZBrush was like, how can you still make this round, but a lot less polygons, so it makes it real messy. export the model. And we'll import it here. Our new object, and there's a few things that I want to look at. Is what is on the inside. Let's turn on backface culling. Okay, so there's some badness there. So there was what's called like a mouth bag, or like the inside of the mouth for the 3D model. So this is where this isn't going to work well. Looked like there was another object inside the eye. Look at this. Let's do a mesh separate and see what happens. Nothing. These eyes must have some kind of connection there still. Yeah, so that didn't quite work. There must be some other operation we need to do. Forget what it's called. What was that called? It's like it'll wrap it. Yeah, right? That is a lot of detail. I wonder if they're trying to make it better and more generic to be used in more games or something. Kind of like the Pokemon models. Okay, so on the surface, what I was doing didn't work. See you, Phantom. Good luck at Target. Yeah, what do I want to do here? I could manually delete those faces, but that's going to take some time. I mean, really, the only two problems are this mouth bag and the back of the eyes here. Let me think about what I want to do. Let me go back into ZBrush. I'm going to reopen the one that hasn't been decimated. And it's not Dynamesh, but rather ZRemesher. Let's see what that does. Thank you, Fandom. Appreciate it. Oh, interesting. That kind of worked. Because if we smooth this now, it should look pretty good. Yeah, that looks nice. But I think it's going to have the same problem, which is the mouth bag is in there. So what I think I need to do... I think I need to go back to the original model, find out... I'll just delete the mouth bag in the original model and then redo this. Because this looks nice with the ZRemesher. Pretty smooth. In fact, probably even smoother. Alright, we're learning. That didn't work out perfectly, but there's more we can do now. So, we can go into the original model. Before it was smoothed. I think I can just delete these nodes. If I delete that, then delete this one as well. So now they're not smooth anymore. Let's move this completely out of the way and see what I was looking at. I do not know how it made that extra eye shape. Remember that eye shape that we were seeing inside behind the eyes? I figured there was some geometry in here that caused that. That is not the case. And it looks like this matches up perfectly. No, it doesn't. Yeah, they are separate. Because basically, you see these are two separate, unconnected things, I don't want to go through and weld each one of those vertices. That's where I'm trying to find a different way to do it. Yeah, I mean, I could see those being eyelids, but I just don't see them here right now, you know? Here's the teeth, by the way. There's the tongue inside there. So first thing I can do is just delete these faces of the mouth. Delete that. Looks like we have a little bit more lip here. So I am doing some manual cleanup, but this is nothing like I usually do. So this is definitely still an improvement using this method. I'm liking it. Between Dynamesh and ZBrush, one of them is going to work out really well, or using both of them together. It's a little hard to see. Let me quadrangulate this. It didn't give me a good quadrangulation. Because now these pairs of vertices should be able to merge to center pretty nicely. So, that. See, we're kind of closing up the mouth there. That's the goal of this part. Kind of related to one of your problems, Malamations, with your cream head, is, you know, there's a lot of things like this where it'll kind of intersect like this, and your slicing program will have an issue with it. I find that my slicing program for my two resin printers, Cheetahbox Pro and regular Cheetahbox, they both do a really good job at fixing up some of these issues. Speaking of issues, I don't know what's going on here with the geometry. So what I'm going to do is just select them all, edit mesh, average vertices. Do that a couple times. I kind of pulled them out. Look at that, we got a nice, much more solid mouth there. Yeah, this is closing up nicely. Oh yeah, I kind of started talking about this, the game Deception that we were playing last night. It's a hit and roll game if anybody has ever played like Mafia or Secret Hitty. That's my nickname for it. I don't want YouTube censoring me for the real name. Anybody who knows what it is knows. Kind of like Mafia or Werewolf. So we played a game called Deception, where, you know, one person's lying and everybody has to figure it out. And you get random rolls. And I was the murderer 3 times in a row. And I won all 3 games, but they came close to beating me a couple of those games. You have to really keep a straight face, a poker face. I think acting chops helps a little bit. I wouldn't say I'm a great actor, but I do like to act. And there were a few times where I was kind of going all in, like I was kind of given I was saying like, oh, nobody's talking about my thing, and that was like the thing that they needed to zero in on. And so I was kind of trying to go like extra deep, and then somebody at the table, she turned to me, he's like, unless you wanted us to think that it wasn't you, so you're bringing it up. It's like, oh man, you're on me. I gotta change my strategy. I didn't say that. I thought that. It was a fun night. What's up, pepperoni? Oh, use classic tails as a base. Yeah, I should have checked out the proportions of my classic tails. About that. Did I just make a hole? Yes, I did. I can just merge these two vertices. And by putting it into smooth mode, I can see where I've made problems. There's something weird going on here. There's still a hole right here. Oh, it's this. Okay, so yeah, that was a little bit of manual work, but almost done. Just one more pair of vertices. There we go. That solved that. And you know what we need to do for this? We just need to extrude all these faces. I think that's why, because we had empty back faces, so ZBrush was like, I don't really know what to do with this. I'll make kind of like this balloon shape. I think that's what happened. So I'll just simply pull these in. Whoa. What? Wait, what the heck? You guys saw that. That was weird, right? If I extrude out here, let's see what's going on. I would not have expected that. Let me undo that. Mesh. Separate. Just focus on the eyes now. Yeah, that was kind of weird. Make sure I didn't duplicate faces. Yeah, we're good. Edit mesh. Extrude. Oh, it's just backwards. Duh. Yeah, that's much better. And now when we take this into ZBrush, it should make a much more solid shape. Fine. Mesh. Smooth. Alright, we got a nice smooth mesh. Honestly, this might not even need... Well, it's hollow. Oh yeah, it's got a hole there. Okay, a little more work, sorry. I thought I found a much faster way, and I still did. This is faster, but it's more manual work than I expected. I'll take all these edges. Oh, that's the crux of the problem, isn't it? Yeah, it's that I didn't want to have to do all this filling in. I'll just scale this up a little bit. I just want to make sure that it kind of fills in where there is no gap, and then we're going to use ZBrush to fill that gap. Is there any way a hole could get in there? I don't think so. Now we'll smooth. What's up, Chaotic Fire? I think I deleted the tongue inside. Yeah, sorry, I was kind of saying the same to Malamations. I'm real backed up on work right now, so I might not be able to give individual help on things, but advice I could give. Give opinions on how something could be created. Charmy, head. Sparkle says, classic sound is way more common than classic tales. True, yeah. Find these peg warmers and be able to use them. Alright, let's bring this guy back into ZBrush. Yeah, Chaotix, what kind of model is it? What program is it? What kind of error are you getting? Etc. Those are the questions. Oh, you need a model. You need to rip a model. I don't really know how to rip models. Alright, so let's Dynamesh this again. Maybe a blur is good. Let's try this. Blur did not seem to be good. Doesn't feel like it Dynameshed either. So hit Dynamesh. Oh, reprojected is might be what I want. I think that's where it takes it, like looking all around from the outside and like projects the geometry around it. Might be what I'm thinking about. It is taking its sweet time though. We're gonna see what this does. Oh, they had ball joints for the head? Interesting. What is everybody's favorite type of chow while we wait? Oh, we're done waiting. But you can still answer that. Now I gotta smooth this out again. Really get rid of those artifacts, you know? Those weird things that showed up when it got Dynameshed. Does not look like it's smooth with symmetry at all. Weird. Oh yeah, look at that. It's hard to really explain what I'm looking at, but the way that seam looks and the way this seam looks, it filled in all of that bad geometry. In fact, this little button right here may have been what I was looking for this whole time. I'm gonna be able to make models so much faster now. You guys know those streams are all spend 4 hours just taking a game model, merging all the vertices and stuff, trying to get it to work. That is going to be mostly unnecessary now. This is so much more efficient. I put some of those Chow Extreme gear up on Etsy today too, along with my Shadow Lancelot restock and Valiant Tales. I've been wanting to do some Chow stuff lately. Maybe if Charmy doesn't take too long, and I'm still streaming by the end of that, maybe I'll do some Chow stuff. Remember guys, I hinted in the Discord about you may want to make some Chow with the Chow creator if you haven't already. Hint, hint. Did I watch Tito's stream? No. What happened? That's right, Sparkle Wolf. I don't plan to bring back like the actual Chow races because it was too much for me to manage. But I'll just tell you what I want to do, guys. I can't keep it secret. I want to make. I mean, we've already kind of talked about this on other streams. I am gonna make a little Chow Garden diorama. So I'm gonna take. I want to make the Chow pieces so they can fit together, and then make the little animals too. I love the little animals. I don't think they'll be a popular product at all, but I just love the little animals. I want to have them sitting in the diorama. So I am getting tired of doing like a lot of the same things over and over again, so I want to break things up with more stop motion, more diorama stuff. You guys actually seeing me on the camera over here, like cutting the foam and stuff. I haven't done that for years, you know, like the foam cutting. I think that could be a really fun stream showing how I make those. I do like steak chaotic spire, and it's canon that Stegosaurus eats steak. How your personal modern Tails custom is mainly a kit bash using classic Tails body in the head is from the Jack Spendy's Tails. Now it has a ball joint. Oh, nice. Guys, I'm really liking. Look at this, and like I said, it's hard to tell, but yeah, if you look at those lines, it means that ZBrush did a good job, like shrinking, like almost like a shrink wrap around the dirty, bad, unprintable model. So, yeah, I'm pretty stoked about this. Let's save this now. And now let's do the decimation and export, and then we'll test if it prints well. Would I ever do the Chow molds? You probably mean models. As wireframe and blocky style, like straight rip model from Chaos SA2? Huh, that's a good question. People seem to like that blocky style. I'm not a fan, but it could be something to do. Oh, I feel for you, Sparkle Wolf. Right, looks like it's decimated. You can tell by seeing like a little bit of ugliness on the mesh there when I do stuff to it. Let's export and see how this works. Yeah, interesting if they were all polygonal. Yeah, I knew you meant of the blocky style. Take the articulated figure if you is going pretty well. I'm working on a joint. Oh, the figure of me. Nice. What is a Searledge? I'm not familiar with that name or character. Welcome back, Pichu Sonic. Alright, let's import. Let's take a look at this now, because I can view things a lot better in Maya than ZBrush, because to my knowledge, or I'm sure there's a way, but I don't really know a way to look in the model in ZBrush. And look at this, that's beautiful. All that we're seeing here, I have it so that, you know, the inside faces are invisible. You know, we see a little bit of a nose here, but that's okay because we're seeing through the invisible part of the eyes. This is exactly what I want to see. I want to see the inside lip of the helmet right here. We don't see any mouth bag. We don't see any weird stuff that happened in ZBrush with the eyes. This is just a perfectly solid model. I'm confident that if I bring this into Cheetah Box right now, it should have no problems, no warnings at all. Let's take bets. Those could be famous last words. I'm pretty confident about it, though. 3D organized docs. Maya. Sonic. Boards. From ZBrush. Alright, no errors, no errors. Ah, look at that! This would have taken so much more time in the old way that I did it. And look at that. Nice and smooth. Oh, guys, I'm going to be able to make stuff a little bit faster. A little bit faster. Searledge. Man, I wish I knew more about the new Pokemon. I used to love Pokemon so much, and then most just recent ones I've just fallen off. Searledge. Oh yeah, that one's kind of cool. That one makes me kind of think of a Digimon. For anybody who also didn't know. Oh yeah, the effect when you import something. Yeah, I like that. Man, I'm pretty happy with this shape. That just came out clean. Yeah, the antennas are going to be separated. They'll have a little hole to go into. Wow. Okay, this is great, guys. So we can hide the original head now. And we're going to need to do a little bit of work on these. We'll just do some manual work on these because not too bad. Just combine these. And 3. Mesh. Quadrangulate. Good. And let's add an edge loop in between the two. Symmetry, we'll put object X. Yep, good. Then I'll add an edge loop in here. Should be pretty hard edges, except I think they're supposed to be kind of rounded, so I like that. Faces, expand them, and then just move them inward. Oh, does Charmy get hate? Did not know that. Alright, so we'll just do mesh smooth. Bingo. I like it. It's quick. Quadrangulate that. No, the goggles actually aren't going to be separate. They are going to be part of the head print, but the antenna, just for like printing, like it'd be easy for these to break. So I want to print them separately, and then you just glue them on. Interesting thought, Wake Angel. Yeah, I think you might be right. I could totally see that. You know, at this scale, these goggles would kind of bend. You kind of not even have to snap them on, you could just bend them. Gosh, that might actually be better. They'd probably be fragile, though. If I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at maybe the head is going to be this big at full scale. It'd be easier to paint. I think I'm going to play it safe and just make them part of the helmet. Yeah. Good idea. I mean, I know you're kind of joking about it, but kind of made me think. Yeah, TT, you may have asked that while I was already explaining it, but yeah, they'll be separate. Just so that, like, if the print fails, I don't have to print a brand new head. Like, if the antenna broke off. And I can't imagine how scary that'd be for shipping. I have a lot of anxiety about shipping things out, and so does my wife. So that's why she packs them so very well. Shout out to Baileysaurus for her good packing. If you've ordered anything from me, you already know this. Packs them like crazy. Every single one individually packed. I feel like I missed a path on that middle one, but I can't picture it for some reason. Oh yeah, these probably. That's it. Right, so those should connect nicely with the head now. Rounded and intersecting. Yeah, I could add an accessory with it, totally. Oh, guys, we were at like a Pride in the Park event thing today in the downtown area of our city, and somebody was selling little what were they? They were like hearts and stuff. They were also like dog paws with buttons that you could press. They put keyboard what do they call it? You know when people do keycaps and the actual clicky part on a keyboard that the keycap will attach to? They made something that was just like a fidget toy for pressing. Can you guys think of any items in Sonic that I could do that with, like the walkie-talkie or something, where you have a bunch of just fidget clicky things? That could be really cool, like at full size, and you could just like play with it. So keep that in mind if anybody has ideas of like objects in Sonic that could work for that. Yeah. Yes, it can be disappointing when it's just like 3 rings. It's interesting that these are 2 separate objects while this is one. Yeah, it's all one object, but this one... Interesting. Yeah, that's not going to work out, so I'm going to have to delete this object and then just mirror this one, because it was not built a cool way. And so I'm going to create a sphere, just so I can have like a rounded bit to the goggle. What's up, Pink GameCube? What's up, Tomato is JP? We are making a full-size Charmy, and I have just come up with a much better way of taking game models and making them smooth by using ZBrush. So you guys are going to see me doing a lot less noodling moving forward. You know, sometimes when I work on these things, it's just so much of just pushing the vertices around, trying to get them to merge properly. It's a mess. What are you working on lately, Pink GameCube? How's the hammer going? I saw you painted up the hammer. Looks great. Good work. The paint you used was really good for it. I always find this song so weird. What is it? Metallic Madness B-Mix from Sonic the Hedgehog CD. Here's the idea. If you want to use it for this Charmy, you can make the eyes a ball similar to how the Kirby Nindos are. Have the helmet bottom half made a sort of G shape. It'd have movable eyes rotate like a sphere. That would be quite an engineering feat. That's a great idea. I don't know if I have the skill to do that. But it begs the question if I can make it metal with little magnets. No, that's too much. I don't want to get too crazy. You're giving me ideas, jeez. Oh my god, I haven't saved the scene yet. Why do I do that? Such a bad example of saving, you know? I usually pride myself on how often I save. Nice, what are you sculpting, Wake Angel? In fact, everybody say, if you're working on something, say what you're working on. I know... Oh, who was working on my Shadow Lancelot that they said that earlier? Sorry that I don't remember who. Alright, so this one, I just want to extrude it down. Can I do a fill hole here? Will that work well? Mesh. Where's fill hole? Edit mesh? Mesh tools? It's right in front of me, guys. Where is fill hole? There it is. Ah, it didn't work. It wasn't smart enough to know what I wanted it to do. I need to just kind of this, extrude it out. That's a bummer. What's the best way for me to do this? Because it's almost perfect. I don't want to... I guess instead of hemming and hawing about it, in that same amount of time I can just merge these. You know what? There's actually a pretty cool tool. What is it? Edit mesh. Target weld? Yeah. Look at that. Oh, wait a second. There we go. It's because I had a vertex selected. So now I can just say, don't select both of them, just go boom, 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 all the way through. Very nice. That looks like it'll smooth out well. Honestly though, I kind of want to exaggerate this for the 3D print, so select all these faces. Yeah, just to make sure that those little design elements come through, that'll be nice. I can add an edge loop here. No, I think it's fine. That looks nice. Alright, so this is going to be an empty hole, which is not going to work out well for us. What's the best way to do this? Delete these interfaces. Take these edges and merge them to center. This I need to actually extrude first. There we Okay, that should look nice. All this lens before merge. Mesh, smooth, and Boolean, union. PG Sonic says, do you scan the joints of the classic Sonic figure and then see what ball joints width needs to be? No. It is such a bad scanner that it doesn't give me any useful information. Where it's useful is definitely to get reference, and if I need to like build something out, you know, you've seen me like take a surface and then build vertices along it and then extrude from that, like how I made the cap for the Sonic or the Shadow Lancelot. So it's useful for things like that, but especially the smaller the detail, the worse it's going to get. What are you asking, Pink? If they would make Charmy 2.5 inches? Alright, so we are going to break away from the model a little bit here. You can even see they did this on the 2.5 inch model. It's a little bit thick. Kind of, Pichu Sonic. If you go back to one of my oldest videos, oldest Sonic videos, I mean the channel's been up for 10 years, but like this recent kind of reboot of the channel, my trip video, I show how many tiny individual hands. In fact, I had my brother do this with his printer just for tolerance purposes, so I already knew the tolerance that I wanted for this, but on his printer I didn't know if it was different, so I would print dozens and dozens of these to get the right fit. I got sick of doing that, so what I created was a 3D print of a lot of different sizes. I'll be right back and show you. So I made these little panels with a bunch of different hand and head shapes and stuff, and then even for smaller sizes like this, and then I can reference what size worked when it printed. And so anytime I need to make a joint, I'll try to play with it in here. In fact, for this figure, that's exactly what we'll be doing. I know this says head, but it's actually supposed to be leg, and so I can say, oh, obviously that hole is way too big. Here, and so I look at this and I realize this one's too loose, this one's too tight, so I'll take those two shapes that are in the original file and then I'll use that to guess and check, try to get exactly the size that I need. You know, sometimes I'll even just use the hand shape because I feel like the hand shape that I have is much better. Sometimes when I'm not as patient as usual, I will just still do guess and check these days. But it's especially for fitting the arms into these guys. It is so tight to get the right tolerance that I'll print multiple bodies at different scales. Like this, for whatever reason, this peg bigger than average, so it doesn't fit in any of these holes here. What's up, Vegeta Blue? Oh yeah, exactly. It's kind of like, what's the point? Especially since he's extra small at 2.5 inch scale. Alright, so for fragile purposes, I'm going to make these thicker. So we'll go off model a little bit, but hopefully not too much. I'd rather it be a little extra thick and have less chance of breaking than just breaking all the time. So, how do I want to do this? I can't just take this and scale it. I'm actually sure I'm being a little indecisive about how I will do this. If I just scale this up, hey, not letting me change the size. Oh yes it is, it's just so big. See, that's not going to be good because I'm going to get inconsistent. What I'm going to do, I think I'm going to drastically reduce how many edge loops there are. Then when it's smooth, it'll still be curved. Now I can take these and say, take this edge and thicken it up. Ooh, that's not working well at all. Some weird edges there. What the heck? Why is that happening? Oh, the vertices are still in here. Whoops. See all those extra vertices? I'll just delete. There we go. Now we can really work on that shape. Weird it has that whole extra edge. Now you see how I've thickened this up. It's still gonna look good. I took out those. It's still gonna look good smooth because it still has the curve. Kind of move these up to give a little more extra curve if I want. Looks like I messed up the curve a little bit here, so let's fix that up. Going in a little bit. Yeah, that's looking nicer. Alright, let's now look at what this problem is here. Why? Oh, yeah, it was getting weird earlier. It's hard to explain what happened, that was weird. When do I sound... When do I plan on selling the Perfect Chaos? Truth is, I have sold 2 to people who were ordering Chaos 2s, and I just wanted to include it in the shipment. And those are the 2 I have printed. I think I'm ready to just start selling them in DMs right now if you wanted to, but I'm not like announcing it yet. So shoot me a DM, and probably be doing that. Oh, you just finished your Charmy custom today. What'd you make it out of? Alright, so what's this piece doing? Oh, that's actually surprisingly nice and solid. Yeah, you know, even though he's not to scale, I mean, he could never be to scale. Or could he? He'd be bigger than a house. But yeah, even though he's not to scale, it would definitely go great with a Sonic Adventure display collection, totally. Alright, so I'm going to do a little bit extra to this. I'm going to make sure that these vertices really meld into the spot of this other piece. Because I really want to give as much surface area as possible, make it less breakable as possible. What's a better way to say that? That was a really clunky sentence. Really sturdy. That's what I'm going for. Yeah, they might be as thin as a toothpick, not gonna lie. Maybe a little thicker. Fix up this here. Just pull antenna down, actually. Fine. Okay, so you see how it's thicker on this side now? Just what we need to do to make it a better 3D print, and it's still going to be fragile like this. So when I sell this, I'll probably sell an extra pair of antenna in case you break it. Alright, so we need to figure out how to make this interface well with the head. I think this can actually be pretty simple. Let's smooth this. And I think I'll just duplicate this. And let's see what happens. Let me group everything and duplicate it. It's already in a group. Alright, so we'll group. Call this before antenna cut. Then we'll cut this. Oh, we'll duplicate it. After antenna. Hide this. You guys just, you know, I like to have backups of everything so I can go back if something went wrong. Oh, I'm sorry. Pepperoni, you asked me a question before you needed to head out and I didn't see it. So if you are still listening, I've only sold them in custom orders. We will have a sale coming up. I've got a number of them printed. And if you didn't hear earlier, I'm looking for somebody who did ask, you know, I don't usually paint, but for the right price, I do paint them. And somebody ordered a painted one for me, and I can't find the messages anywhere, and I'm painting tomorrow. So if that person happens to be watching, message me. I'm so sorry I lost your message. Alright, so now we have a little cutout. I know it looks like a big hole in here, but I think it needs to be a little extra big just to make sure that when it's 3D printed, it gets glued in the right place. In fact, I'm inclined to make that a little bit deeper too. Let's undo that boolean. So I'm just going to move this inward a little bit. I also forgot that I need to duplicate that. The other side. Fine. Then we'll move that. I think I will, Peachy Sonic. I will.
Beginning
One of the things I like to do is kind of test the holes of things I've already made. Like this is a Whisper body replacement using the new method instead of the clamshell one that I used to do. And I can actually just see if it happens to work with these shapes. Oh my god. Guys, we have the right hole shape for this already. This fits perfectly in Whisper's body. So I don't need to do any guess or check. Because the guess and check comes from the tolerance of the print. My different printers will have different settings. And so even when I think I have like the right shape, I have to test it on an actual part. But look at this, that just fits perfectly in Whisper's body. So I know I already have the shape for this one. I only like to sell things that I make, so I will be making it myself. But thank you for the offer, Melly. Wow, that's great. Let's see if we get lucky with the arms. No, the arms are too tight. So at least we got the right shape for the legs. Exciting. Let's try my Mephiles. This is my Mephiles body. Oh, way too small. But you know what? These arm pegs look really big. I wonder if they work for the legs. They're even bigger for the legs. Shoot. Yeah, so we don't have this shape yet, but we have this shape. Does what stand well? That is actually the point of these new feet. Was in fact, YBZ, I'll be sending you new Whisper feet because I hate how Whisper can't stand very well, and these are, you can definitely see they're angled a lot more forward to stop her from being top heavy and back heavy. Yeah, how's Charmy looking? Oh, it's getting there. We are starting to do booleans. Got a nice smooth, like I didn't have to do any of that. I did a little bit of it, but like all that crazy welding of vertices that I usually do with game models, I didn't have to do on any of that really, because I did this new thing in ZBrush, and it's super exciting. So it's looking nice and smooth, and now I am doing some manual stuff on these just because these are kind of sharper shapes, so I'll do my old way on those. But for shapes like this new method just worked amazingly. He wasn't paying attention. I heard Whisper's shoe and thought it was old shoes. Yeah, that's right. And I think I explained. All right, so I reversed these faces because usually when I do a Boolean with a flipped object, it messes it up and I have to reverse it. So I was trying to get ahead of that, but I guess that was the wrong move. So go ahead and reverse it again so it's normal. Booleans just... Oh, wait a second. Oh, because I reversed the whole model on accident. What? Hold on, let me undo. Work. Did. No, yeah, we're... Oh, it's because I have... because I have symmetry on. Getting myself confused. It's taking its time. Despite this being a faster method, it still is taking me some time to make this, huh? Alright, cool, we got little... Is that deep enough? Yeah, that's deep enough. You can get some glue in there. I'm sorry, guys. I would feel more comfortable, though, if it was... There's got to be a better way. Yeah, that's just too flat. I'm sorry that I keep redoing this operation that takes a lot of time, but we can make this better. Just take these vertices. I have an ugly shape. Hit mesh. Dude. Oh no! Dang it. I turned off symmetry. Ew. What? Yeah, so then I'll make a shape that kind of goes even further in the head. We can even make this a little bit crazy just to be safe. And now we can actually just scale both down a little bit because it doesn't need to be that wide. I'm trying to think of the scale. Sorry I'm waffling. I think this is fine. For a deeper antenna cut. Alright, so now do that difference again. Does it look like the figure will fall forward by how massive they look? The antenna? They shouldn't be that heavy. He does look like, if you just look at the 2.5 inch version, it does look like he's kind of front heavy. Alright, look at that. That's going to be a much more solid glue connection for the antenna. I'm happy I did that. Now I can just do that same extrusion. Yeah, look at all that space for glue to attach. That'll be really good. One more thing that would be smarter of me is to extrude all of this so that it fits over this hole. Let's go ahead and do that now. Might make it a little bit too big for his design though. Yeah, let's just do it. Guess that's fine. I don't actually like that lip. I think it'll be better once if it's like glued in there. Maybe you have to put some filler or something or some glue just to fill that hole. But you know, at this scale, I don't think it's going to matter. True. If these just fit in nicely with friction, yeah, you can make the antenna go like that. I'm gonna sculpt eyes. Oh dang, I didn't even think about that, guys. I was thinking I was gonna put spherical eyes on front, but y'all like the sculpted more, and I think I like the sculpted ones more too. Problem is, I didn't sculpt them into the model there that I needed. Yeah, what do you guys think? Would you rather have it sculpted into this, or would you rather have it, like, protruding a little bit. Like you can either sculpt lines in, similar to Rouge. I'll have just like that little lip that you can paint on those eyes. Oh yeah, and then Fang is an example of one where I made the eyes protruding out from it. Can't really see it on the camera. You guys like the spheres better? I like the spheres better too. I don't know, Malamations. I just like it to be my own product. I think maybe it's because I'm not passionate about selling. I kind of more sell because the community would like it, and because like even just processing orders and communicating stuff, it takes a lot of time. Like I haven't been able to do a video for a while just because the chaos has taken up so much of our time, and so because I'm not passionate about getting these sold, I think making sure that they're all something that I either made from scratch or if I made it from this, but just take like if you were to give me that model to sell, like I'm not, it doesn't give me that added passion of like I'm selling mine, if that makes sense. So at least if I'm dispassionate about kind of selling things, then at least I get a little bit artistic things out of it because it's something that I worked on. I wouldn't want to just sell something somebody else made, if that makes sense. Antenna for merge. Alright, let's merge these together. Well, I appreciate the offer for the help. What's going to be the base figure? It is this classic Sonic. This is the one. Oh, I have the Whisper body right here. That's kind of funny. The Whisper's body with a big Sonic head. Yeah, so this one, kind of with the bendy arms, which I'm not sure if I like, but I imagine maybe multiple Sonic arms will fit with it. We'll see. What do you mean? What happened, Pro Tyler? Tomato says, I just posted a method for printing hinge joints a bit easier for later. I know, yeah. I appreciate that. Thank you for pointing out for easier. I do appreciate the mention of that. It is YBZ. Oh, you didn't see it? I was showing it a little bit later because I was testing. I just had a few things sitting around like my Mephiles kit and my Whisper kit, and I was trying to see what legs already fit, and it happens to be that the legs that I made for Whisper actually fit this perfectly, so we don't have to do any guess and check. This just works great. But yeah, the new Whisper is with the same type of head. Ooh, actually, that's not very good. I'm gonna need to print this like 1% bigger. But yeah, the same type of neck as Rouge. And yeah, I guess you didn't hit this because I specifically addressed you. On your next thing that you buy, YBZ, I'm sending you these boots that help push her forward so she's not as back heavy. So look forward to that, YBZ. Also, here's the Mephiles. Yeah, I was working on Mephiles, like a really nice sculpted one, and then I saw that Tita was working on one, so I was like, oh, I don't want to stomp on those sales. But then I don't think he ended up selling them, so maybe I will go for it. How much for the whole kit? Probably. I don't like saying a price out on stream and sticking to it because I'd have to stick to it. I'd have to remember how hard that was to print. But I mean, like basically the same as my Lancelot's. What I would plan to do. That's right, because the one you bought from me broke, huh? Yeah, I was thinking of just giving you new feet, but I forgot that you had broken parts. I was gonna print it in clear resin because I already 3D modeled it with the gem, but I only modeled it like this far out. I know that Tito did like the crazy all the way through. That was pretty cool. Ooh, nice, Wake Angel. Wake Angel, I don't know if you responded to my question earlier about what are you sculpting right now, and I just didn't see it. So if that's the case, we know what you're sculpting. Cool. So then that being said, if you are planning on buying the Whisper Kit, does giving you the new feet, I was going to just give them to you free in your next order, but does that do nothing for you right now because your other Whisper's just broken? Let me know. Alright, let's merge these together. Head for merge. Okay, cool, yeah. I'll send you the feet along with Zavik then. Oh, those are already connected. This is the one that's going to need to be flipped, so I'm going to boolean just these guys. Cool. Bailey Source, I don't want to get up now. If you do hear this and are able to give me some water, and some headache medicine. Milk does sound good, though. I wish we had some. Been craving cereal lately. We're going to KBBQ tonight. I am so excited. Korean barbecue, if you don't know, most of them, I think, are you cook your own meat at your table. But some of them that I've been to, they cook it for you at your table, which isn't as fun. But it is less work. But it's generally all you can eat. Again, not all of them, but the kind that I've been to. It's so good, and one just opened. What time? Like at 9. It's a new place that just opened. It's the only one within, I don't know how many miles. Like I think I'd have to go across state lines. Or we do have to cross state lines to get to this one, but further across state lines in order to find the closest one. And they just opened, and like reservations are crazy right now, so I was only able to get a late time. That would be cool, Peachy Sonic. That's kind of like my, the bricks in here. It's not set up as the right diorama right now, but that's my diorama for, that's the Sonic Forces when you're at the pause screen, or not the pause screen, but the title screen. The screen in the background and stuff. How do you make a katana the same size as it? You would just kind of scale it up in your program. The slicer program will say how long it is. Yeah, we're still going. It's only been 2.5 hours. I was thinking I was going to do a slower one because I'm feeling a bit sick. But here I am. My intention is to finish Charmy. Although I'm only done with the head. I think it took a while because I waffled a lot on how I was going to do these antennae. Oh, and I'm going to waffle a lot on how I'm going to do these wings. Oh, this is going to be tough. How am I gonna do the wings? Find anything good at Target, fandom? Okay, so I don't think Chu heard me, so I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some more water for myself and some headache medicine. Oh, dang it. I forgot my headache medicine. All right. Yeah, new primer, 5-pack for the movie. 3, also classic Sonic for this. Nice. All right, so let's see. So Tomato's saying, I do the wings as a single piece connected to the body with a small peg so that they can rotate. Yeah, I just think it's going to be too fragile. But you've given me an idea. No, I can't do that. I was thinking, what if I could do print in place? But I'm thinking like this, scaled up by that much. Think about this. I think the tough part to articulate, funny using articulation this way, to articulate my point is that this resin wears down so easily. Like if I got a perfect fit, it would work for like 1 or 2 flaps and then it's just gonna break. It's like gonna wear down. So I think it may not be a matter of, you know, getting the right mechanism. I think it's an engineering problem of finding a way to do it where it doesn't wear out. These would obviously be too big. Not sure how small of these I have. I know I have smaller ones, but still probably too big. Guys, I have some ball joints. I have some ball joints that are white that might be perfect for this. Because then if we just paint the wings white, or like a whitish gray, then that'll work well with those ball joints. And I've had these sitting around thinking like, what am I going to do with these? I might have ball joints for this, guys. I mean, ball joints for wings doesn't necessarily make sense, but you know, it doesn't. You're only gonna like move them on one axis. It's just like extra movement. Let me go find this thing. Where is this? You guys are making me think. Having troubles finding it. Thought it was right here. The table or something, but I tried to organize. Dang. I've just had them sitting around kind of being in an annoying place for a while, and now that I want them, can't find them. Also, I see in the text, congratulations to your baby brother. Well done. Oh, where are those ball joints though? Tell him walk around and help me find the ball joints. They've got to be right here. Ah, dang. That's kind of the next step that I want to do. Well, you know what? Some of that'll happen off stream, all that measuring and stuff. So maybe I can find those ball joints later. Alright, can he hear me? Malamations? If I am live and on a speaker, good job, Ezra! Congratulations on your first steps. Alright, so it looks like this piece has been... Yeah, this head is basically ready to go. That's good. Oh, there's a bit... What was that? That was a little weird. Ooh. No, there's some kind of bad geometry here. Oh, no, that's... Oh, no. No, that's fine. Yeah, it's just, it happened to be sticking through a little. We'll never see that in the print. Alright, yeah, that went clean. He clapped with me, yay! Here's a little more clapping, Ezra. Alright, so the head's done, guys. Other than making the neck peg. let's work on all the parts that aren't the wings, and then I'll find those ball joints off stream. I think the ball joints may be the best way to do it. You know, near me, there is a company that does injection molding. I wonder if I could start to get custom-made injection molded joints made for things. Wow, I mean, it'd be very expensive. The tooling for that. Maybe it's something to look into. But anyway, I think I have some really small ball joints that'll work for this. But for now, let's get to working on these parts again. We want this and the badge, not the arms. Let's see what we have here. Ezra, not Ezra, Malamations, am I on your phone? Or am I like on the TV or something? It'd be funny if we could try to get him to walk to the TV. If you happen to be watching on the TV. Alright, so this is all kind of a nice solid piece here. I don't like this lip here, I want to clean that up. Although, I mean, if that prints well, like at that size, maybe that's a nice detail to have. I just don't like it when things get too fragile. And this piece I'm definitely want to scale so that it intersects. This badge is weird. I might need to sculpt that because it has so much more detail. It's like that B shape. Yeah, I'll have to take that into ZBrush for sure. Ah, gotcha. Alright, well thanks for being here, Peachy Sonic. Always good to see you. I think I want to exaggerate the center part a little bit. I think I'll do that just by turning off symmetry, scaling it out a little bit, just so that it looks a little bit more round in the 3D print. I think that's a good curve there. Maybe I'll give an edge loop here. Not there. Give that a sharper edge where it's kind of like his vest meets wearing nothing under that. Yeah, the vest meets his body. I'm kind of tempted to just leave this collar as is. Needs to be a little thicker though. Maybe I can compromise by moving this. Oh, turn symmetry back on. There we go. So we can still have that gap there. You know, with a lot of my 3D prints, I would just like to fill that in. But, you know, nice detail, and I don't think it'll be that fragile. This I will do, though. I want to make sure that that just goes straight against it. Ooh, nice, fandom. That's exciting. Welcome back, Highwell. nice. Never played Elden Ring. Remember when it first came out? Super popular. Man, at the time, here was my feelings. I was like, oh man, it's super popular. Everybody's playing it. Too busy playing. I'm sad. But I'm just doing projects and stuff. I should play more video games. I always feel like I'm missing out, but I don't know. Maybe it's not an addiction, but I find myself. Well, no, I play video games. What am I talking about? I played through Kirby Forgotten Lands with Bailey recently. There's just too many games to play. Tried out Rumble. It was cool. Definitely needs a controller. I hooked up my Xbox controller to my phone and it worked pretty well. I've never gotten first place. I've gotten third place. Okay, yeah, if I get some time, I'll definitely look into it. What is, what's the word you said? Night Rain. Is that an expansion for it? I haven't heard of that. Okay, I'm liking the look of that. Now the badge. Yeah, I'm gonna do some sculpting on the badge. So, first of all, I need to thicken it. I want it to go into the body really nicely as far as when it gets all merged together. Thicken that. And I'm gonna take all these faces and pull them in. See a problem. Guess I'll just extrude these. Mesh, extrude. Ew. Didn't look good. Just move it all the way this way. Right. Mesh. Smooth. There we go. Let's take this into ZBrush. Interesting. So it's like an entirely new game. Or like a roguelike. Sorry, I got a cough drop in right now. Oh, I really shouldn't stream too. So it looks like I'm back on, but I think that is not true. Let's see. And it still says I'm live on YouTube. Yeah, it looks like the stream's back. So, here's what happened last time that the stream died. Streamlabs showed that I was still streaming. Chat, but nobody could see it. But nobody could see it on YouTube.